up on Fox 10 midday, tensions and a trade war getting even hotter between the U.S. and China as China retaliates to the latest tariffs. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for choosing Fox 10 Midday. Happy Friday. We've officially made it to the weekend, and it will certainly be a beautiful one. Meteorologist Nicholas Herboso has everything you can expect. Nick, good morning.
Good morning, and it is a one.
Thank you. Topping our news at 11 this morning, a helicopter tour of New York City turning deadly after the chopper broke apart and fell from the sky. Dive teams are on scene now working to recover the wreckage. Fox News correspondent Nate Foy has more from Jersey City. Chance to fill up on all the strawberry shortcake you can possibly eat. The 36th annual Baldwin County Strawberry Festival is happening tomorrow and Sunday. One of my favorite events for sure. That's where we find our Vanessa Pacheco. She's live right now in Loxley. Vanessa, this is expected to bring thousands of visitors to the area, right? Meanwhile, Fisher-Price has recalled 250,000 stroller toys due to what they're calling a choking risk. The recall is for the Brunch and Go stroller toy that's on your screen right there. The toy features a plush avocado toast with 3 smaller toys hanging off. That's a mere tomato, a crinkle bacon, and an egg teether. The issue is specifically with the egg teether attachment. Fisher-Price has actually received 5 reports of the yolk of the egg cracking and breaking off. In 2 of the reports, an infant had pieces of the egg toy in their mouth. Now, thankfully, no injuries have been reported, but Fisher-Price says if you have this toy, you should stop using it and contact them for a free replacement toy. All right, Nick, thank you. Although it's pretty dry right now, we can't forget about the recent downpours we had this past weekend. And we now know just how much the sewers overflowed in Pritchard during the latest round of those torrential storms. Between the 6th and 8th of this month, we're told just over 3.7 million gallons overflowed in Pritchard. Anyone living in the city should be careful to avoid standing water in that area. Now, speaking of, if you touch untreated sewage, the Mobile County Health Department says wash your hands and your clothes thoroughly. Water from the overflow is known to have spilled in the Tolman Spring Branch, the Gumtree Branch, and also Chickasaw and 3 Mile Creek. In the meantime, plans for a new water park at the Mobile County Sportsplex were unveiled. Officials say it will be a transformative project. Jubilee Park is the concept of leisure sports and recreation, and they are the same developers who came up with Gulf Islands Water Park in Gulfport. The plan for Jubilee Park includes a 20-acre outdoor water park that would be open from late April to around Labor Day. They say there will be plenty of year-round features as well, like a 5-acre festival grounds with an amphitheater to draw those events. So those plans also include an RV park, bungalows, a shopping and dining area with a boardwalk, and at some point, an 80 to 120 room hotel. Overall, it's a $60 million investment that Leisure Sports and Recreation says will create hundreds of jobs, including 300 to 400 seasonal jobs once it opens.
We pride ourselves on many of our seasonal being their first job. So along with just a job, it is also training, getting into the workforce. It's real life experience to a large percentage of that seasonal and part-time staff.
Now, the next step for the project is for Leisure Sports and Recreation to sign a letter of intent with the County Commission that will allow them to move forward with planning and doing the necessary studies, which they hope to do in the next few days. If all goes well, they hope to start construction around 2027 or 2028. In the meantime, the Central Baldwin Chamber of Commerce hosted a State of the Cities panel this morning featuring several mayors from the area. It was a great opportunity to get an update on the local economy and future developments. Our Stephen Moody has more.
Central Baldwin County is known for its over 400 business members and striving community. And Friday, we got an update on how they're all doing. Mayors including Jared Lyles from Silver Hill, Richard Teal from Loxley, David Wilson from Summerdale, and Charles Murphy from Robertsdale were here this morning at the Baldwin County Coliseum in Robertsdale.
What's so great about these mayors is they have a great working relationship. They're always working together to make, the best they can for our municipalities.
The Chamber touts Central Baldwin County as an area with a small town atmosphere and a cost of living that's over 6% lower than the national average. And today, we heard more about how those towns plan on improving that quality of life for residents while also presenting more economic opportunities for businesses in the area.
I hope they take away a lot of things they didn't know. There is so much going on in all of our communities, and our mayors are doing such a fabulous job with grants, sidewalk improvements, sewage improvements, infrastructure, you name it, they're working on it. And sometimes if you don't know, you don't know. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for our citizens to hear what's going on and actually maybe help them decide their vote come August.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Well, coming up, if you're looking for something fun while satisfying your sweet tooth this weekend, we've got you covered. Plus, the 15th annual Chocolate Festival is tomorrow at the grounds in West Mobile. You'll be able to shop and sample chocolate-themed products from dozens of vendors. This event will also feature live music, a car show, a children's area, a decorate your apron area, that's kind of fun, a cupcake booth, and chocolate martini tasting. The money raised from this event benefits Penelope House, which serves and supports victims of domestic violence and their children. In the meantime, FarShare, Florida's largest food bank and nonprofit, is giving out food this weekend for people who need it. Both events happening tomorrow in Pensacola. The first giveaway starts at 8 a.m. on Broad Street. The second starts at 9 a.m. on West DeSoto Street. People who drive through can get fresh produce and non-perishable canned goods while supplies last. Well, an art show is dedicated to an Easter treat, plus it's National Pet Day, a day to show off your favorite four-legged friend. How you can submit a picture of your pet when we come back. They're sweet and they blow up in the microwave.
Yes, sometimes they are also art. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about one of the most telling signs that Easter is officially here, Peeps.
So the Riverfront Arts Center in Stevens Point, Wisconsin is hosting its annual Peeps show.
Pretty cool. Creative types submitted paintings, sculptures, pretty much anything involving these marshmallow chicks.
This year has given us such creations as SpongeBob Peep Pants and the Green Bay Peepers.
What are you talking about? The Peeps exhibit traces its roots all the way back to 2008.
The center developed it at the height of the Great Recession as a cheap alternative to expensive exhibitions.
Interesting. I did not know the history of the Peeps.
Are you a Peep person?
Not really.
I
Little sweet for me.
don't mind a couple of them.
Okay.
They're cute. I think they're really cute. I like the chicks more than the bunnies.
Oh, what's the difference?
The bunnies don't have as much of that sugar coat
Really?
on them.
Is that a fact?
Chicks, at least that's the surface
Test
area
this out.
estimate. Yeah, no. But yeah, I like the little chicks. I'll eat a couple of them. Some people hate them.
Yeah.
And it's
Like
just,
Matt Barentine, right?
Yeah.
I heard that he's a Peep hater.
Braden our producer just said he didn't like them, so
They're
I
cute.
guess-
They're cute. I don't crave them. I don't
Yeah.
walk around saying like I need a Peep right now.
Yeah, I
You know
used to
what
work
mean?
I used to work at Michael's, and we had the Peeps there.
Really?
And I'd always be like, oh, I need to buy some of those, because I was like, oh, they go, what do you stare at them for a while? They're like, oh, it's sugar. I might as well.
They're fun. I feel like a lot of kids like them too.
Yes.
Well, a lot of us celebrate our pets every single day.
But doing so is especially important today because today is National Pet Day, observed every year on April 11th.
Yeah, the day is dedicated to pets who may not be getting the attention and, sadly, the companionship they deserve.
We're talking about orphan pets, or those animals at shelters needing a forever home.
And if you have a pet, this day is also the perfect time to double check their vaccination schedule and any medications they need to take. Good reminder.
You could also give them a little extra love with a bath.
My dog needs a bath.
Yeah, hear that, Twix? Yeah, you're listening.
Oh, you can use the hashtag National Pet Day on social media. And Nick and I both have some sweet pets that we love and adore. Nick, who is this?
Okay, so this is Twix. This is my lovely floppy-eared Chihuahua. So this is him when he's younger. It's him in my room. And I think there's another photo. That is when we got Twix, when he was
So
an itty bitty
precious.
thing. So Twix is a floppy-eared Chihuahua. I call him that. I just make that up. He's a Chihuahua, but his ears do not stand up. And they have never stand up. I thought when he was a puppy that it would be
Really?
just a puppy thing.
I was gonna say.
And but no, so that's Twix. Hi Twix. I know
cute.
he is
And he's
probably
watching right
Yeah, he's
now.
probably freaking out right now because
love that.
I don't think he's ever heard
Aw,
me say his
that's
name.
sweet.
Apparently, when he watches TV. And stuff, like he'll hear my voice, but he'll get very confused, and he's just giving up.
Who is that?
Apparently, he's like,
well,
I don't know who it is.
now he knows who you are. My dog is not watching right now because my dog is sleeping. That is all he does while we're gone throughout the day. But this is my dog, Champ, on the
my
screen.
goodness.
He is in his Buc-ee's sweatshirt. That was when we
that's so
had
cute.
those snowstorms earlier this year. I love him. He's so much fun.
That
He's a
is-
handful, for
That is
sure.
so cute. I do love that you got the snow photos in there, though. That was
Yes,
smart
he
to put the
loved
snow
the
video.
snow. Did Twix like the snow?
No.
Oh.
We had to put him in a little raft and carry him around.
Twix
in the
is me.
snow.
Well, Nick, if people want to submit their own pictures and videos of their pet, how can they do that?
On the Fox 10 weather app.
Video games set in the American Deep South required extensive music for its gameplay. Rick Damigella reports.
Hey,
Who's there?
up here. You find your mama yet?
A talking fish. Nope. Ain't no way.
Southern Gothic imagery and folklore are at the heart of South of Midnight. The action-adventure game called for music to fit that setting.
My pa and my uncle got to a screaming about the proper way to raise a boy still a growing.
We had to create something original for the music, but inspired by the Deep South. This is the biggest music production I've ever made, and we recorded like hours of music, live music. Everything is live, organic music, because basically we wanted to have something that was very humane and very, let's say, emotionally clicking with people. Created 9 songs, original songs, and then based on these songs, we elaborated the full soundtrack.
Shaking bones. Been a while.
South of Midnight is playable now on Xbox Series X and S consoles and on Windows computers. Leveling Up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, here's your 3 to know before you go on your Friday. Thousands of people from all over the world are headed to California for one of the biggest musical festivals of the year. Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival kicks off today with concerts planned for the next 2 weekends. Big names in the music business are expected to headline Coachella this year, including artists like Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone. And Weezer will also take to the stage for Weekend 1 on Saturday, while Ed Sheeran will take the stage for Weekend 2 on Saturday. Now, you can watch those live performances if you can't make it on the Coachella YouTube live stream. Plus, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is adding a new Oscars category for stunt design. The CEO of the Academy says stunts have been an integral part of filmmaking since the early days of cinema. More than 100 stunt professionals are members of the Academy's production and technology branch. Now, the inaugural award will be for films released in 2027. The last new category the Academy created was for achievement in casting, and the inaugural award for that is for films released this year. Finally, the world's oldest gorilla is celebrating a major milestone today. This is 68-year-old Fatu, who celebrated another lap around the sun at the Berlin Zoo. The zoo gave her a birthday basket full of fruits and veggies, but the gorilla no longer has teeth, so she needs her vegetables actually cooked for her. However, aside from the typical age-related aches and pains such as stiff knees and arms, zookeepers say she's doing very well. Same girl, and I'm only 25, but I get the stiff knees.
Yeah. How do you feel about gorillas?
I'm a little scared of them. I was telling Nick this story, but a gorilla scared me at a zoo when I was 7 years old by banging on the glass. So don't love them, but I feel like she's a nice gorilla.
I think they're cute, and she
Yeah.
probably does. All right. The forecast. It's sunny. And That's about it. There's a couple fronts in that forecast. They have some cool mornings this weekend, but that's really it. 49, 48. So grab the jacket. But a lovely, lovely weekend.
Beautiful. Get
We're excited.
outside. Yes, happy Friday to you. We'll be back here at 3 o'clock. Don't miss that. We'll see you soon.